What's up? Welcome into another edition of Breaking Boomz. This one's a 2024 edition. Dominic Kirks, defensive lineman from Painesville, Ohio, has committed to the Buckeyes for the 2024 class. That should officially seal the 24 class. Buckeyes aren't really shopping around for anybody else to sign, so it's expected that Dominic Kirks will sign on February 7th, the next signing day. Yes, the second one. Let's get into his profile here. So let's go. Dominic Kirks transferred from Villa Angela St. Joseph up in, I believe, east side of Cleveland to Painesville, where he goes to Riverside High School. 6'4", 255. He's a 9'1", 2'8", according to 24/7 composite. Nationally ranked number 251 in the class, number 33 D lineman, and number 12 player in Ohio. Now, his scouting report goes like this. He did have an injury. He only played in 7 games his senior year. Plus, I mentioned the transfer. He made that between his junior and senior year. So junior year was in Cleveland, senior year in Painesville. But his scouting report, he's projected as a Power 5 starter. He comes from a basketball background too, so you like the athleticism there. Made huge strides as a football player from sophomore to junior year in Cleveland, and then from junior to senior year. So he has a big frame. It has filled that into, about 255 as he enters college. He has big hands, long arms, so he's got the length that we love. He moves fluidly, has been timed at sub 5.0 in the 40 at his size. That's really good, under 5 seconds. He added his technique and He added to his technique as a senior, demonstrated better use of hands, and can win with finesse as well as power. He closes quickly, changes direction well at his size, and has rushed from a 2-point stance. But the future is likely entirely as a hands-down player, can give teams some option as he is athletic enough to play the edge, but has enough growth potential to kick down inside at times or play an end in an odd front. Is high upside and has worked to improve, but still has a ceiling to go, has Power 5 impact potential and the ability to play beyond college. In 2023, his senior year, he played in 7 games, recorded 43 tackles, 12 TFLs, and 11.5 sacks. Take 11.5 sacks in freaking 7 games. That's not a bad little number there. Had offers from everybody. You remember he was committed to Washington, and we'll get into a lot of his info here, but had offers from USC. They just recently got in on him. They offered him back in the fall. Maryland, Michigan State, Wisconsin. So a lot of Big Ten teams. Early on, he got like a lot of MAC school offers, but then started getting offers from all the Big Ten schools and some of the bigger programs around the country. So he had his official visit to Ohio State just a week ago. He reopened his commitment or his recruitment the day the visit started, which was the 12th, so a week ago Friday. This is another one of those Larry Johnson type relationships, slow and steady, built over months with Dominic. So here's a quote from Dominic. He said, "We've been talking for a while, since the beginning of my senior season. I was super patient since I was committed to Washington. I am feeling great about our relationship. Nothing was rushed, and I trust the relationship we have." So obviously relationships are key when it comes to recruiting. And he also said that, quote, "The coaching staff really wants me. They want me there. I think this was the most important thing. If they really want you there, no matter how much you love the program, they got to want you there." So feeling wanted. Yeah. Who doesn't want to feel wanted, right? So Kirks has the raw talent, physical upside at 6'5", 255. He's had a couple of injuries also in high school that prevented him from raising his level of play. Again, the transfer we talked about from Villa Angela, St. Joseph to Riverside. But he showed plenty of flashes at Villa Angela. At Riverside, maybe not so much due to the injuries his senior year. But Coach Johnson sees him as a strong side defensive end, like a JT Tuimoloau. He could also move inside as he adds weight. But the plan right now, stick with the strong side DN. So not your speed rusher, not your edge rusher guy. Those are usually lighter, you know. So this is a guy that is going to set the edge and shut down the run. So he'll need to get stronger at the point of attack. He does a good job of setting the edge right now in the run game, but the jump from high school to college football is going to take some time to adjust to. So he's a developmental player who has a ways to go to reach his ceiling, but his ceiling is high. So how does this impact the Buckeyes in the class of 24? We just only signed one defensive end, Edric Houston, out of Buford, Georgia. So Kirks brings much needed depth at the defensive end position, and not just in this class, but going forward. So he'll sign with the Buckeyes on February 7th, and the Buckeyes are pretty much done with the class. Kirks makes it 21 commits in this 2024 class. Kind of weird how we went from a few months ago. I remember just like during the season, even or before the season started, maybe thinking we're going to get close to 30 dudes in this class. Not even freaking close. Not even close. But we are, by average recruiting ranking per commit, we are still second to Georgia. We're about 0.7 behind Georgia. But Kirks makes us 21 guys. He's the 8th guy from Ohio, so you'll like to see that as well. And this is a guy that probably should have been in the class sooner. I don't think it should have taken this long to get a 4-star from Ohio. Dad's a huge Buckeye fan, of course, and I don't know. It's kind of frustrating the way they sometimes almost sandbag some kids. Maybe Larry Johnson didn't see enough in his previous film before his senior year. Maybe the 11.5 sacks in 7 games jumped out at him and got his attention. I don't know, but huge get. We're gonna need more D linemen along that front, especially in this 25 class. I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at some in the portal. We usually like to have 8 D tackles and 8 D ends, and right now we have exactly 8. But after this year, we're losing 3. And on D tackles, we have 8 as well. But after this year, we're losing 2, at least 2. So, yeah, we'll see how the future holds for the Buckeye D-line recruiting, and what's the transition plan here for Coach Johnson, all that. So that's all I got for you. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.